stream. Okay, so how y'all doing? Listen, it's your girl, Dr. DJ Sherman, Coach Munici, Radical Well Building Strategist. And hey, Dr. Joyce, how are you? Hi, Jeff, the 10X guy. Okay, the 10, see, that's what I'm talking about. Um, for I have to always say, listen, guys, if I say anything that you that you find of value, please share. Let get, show the love, share the love, share the love, share the love. For those of you who do not know, I'm Dr. DJ Chapman, Coach Venice, your radical well building strategist. I am the girl that helps you put the big in your business, the bold in your branding, the amazing in your marketing, so that you can get those millions going through your bank account. Now, I had a couple of strategy sessions with some of my clients earlier, and I wanted to scream. And I was like, I was talking to my assistant, Dream, who's in the back. Wave, Dream, because you're on one of the cameras. Like they can't see you on they can't see you on well anyway, okay, so Dream doesn't want to be on camera. But listen, let me tell you something. We were talking, and I'm like, there's so many things that I be wanting to share with my people. Hey, Barb. Cause it's like, y'all know I teach the money game, right? I teach the money game. So inside the money games, it's a lot of rules. And there's some things I can talk about in public, but there's some things I have to talk about when you're part of the Black Millionaires Matrix. Because then I can share, things, and I'm not like, they shut people accounts down now, when they speak their mind. You guys saw what happened to Nicki Minaj. Or if you speak out, I don't want to say against the system or anything. I'm not like a conspiracy theorist. However, I do know what I know. And I do know that it's a game that's played differently when you're white and when you're Black. Go look in the prison systems. Just go look. So I want you to think, out of all of the people in the world, only Black people commit crimes that deserve to go to prison. Just think about it. When you go, if you've ever had to visit anyone inside of a prison system, you look around and all you see is brown and Black people. Like, what? White people don't commit crimes? Come on, people. Everybody, every race, well, maybe not the Indians. Every race of people commit crime. Well, I ain't gonna say every race, but we ain't the only people committing crimes. We're the only ones that go to prison. Just like the other day, a guy got 17 years and everybody was saying he got 17 years for the PPP. Well, he didn't get 17 years for PPP. Even I spoke out. I said, well, dang, that's a lot of time. I mean, gee, he was just stupid. He probably wasn't a criminal. He just kind of lost his mind. Somebody helped him, or he figured it out or whatever to get X amount of dollars. He just lost his mind. And I'm not saying he shouldn't pay for it, but whatever. But then I found out he did a Ponzi scheme for like 6 or 7 years. Now that's why he got, you put the two together. He was a criminal. Like, he was. But there's some people who do things for good reasons, like bad things for good reasons. And I don't want to justify any type of criminality, any type of criminal activity whatsoever. That's not what I'm saying at all. So don't get it twisted. However, that when my grandmother was younger, she was catching a bus 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. She had to, catch the bus to get to where she needed to be. And one day, this young man, he ran and he grabbed her purse. And in some kind of way, they caught him, the police or whatever. And so they went to court about it. Come to find out, his parents were alcoholics, and he basically was trying to get money for his younger siblings or whatever. So my grandmother didn't want to press charges, but at some point the courts have it ain't but so much you can do. But because she had compassion and empathy, and whoever spoke up for him, like, we knew that was a real deal. It wasn't him just in court saying it. Because I guess it was some social worker got involved, because the kid was probably like 18 or real young. So they dealt with it differently, but probably because my grandmother had compassion and empathy, and it just turned out to be an okay situation. But in a lot of cases, our people don't get the empathy. When I have a felony, for people who know, when I went into the courtroom, I was crying because it was hard for me to take the plea, because I was pleading to some shit I didn't do. And I didn't really understand the system back then. I had no knowledge of, let me back up. I had knowledge of what my partner was doing, but my partner was part of a huge syndicate, a huge, like, I ain't know none of people. I didn't have nothing to do with nothing they were doing. I ain't even had nothing to do with what he was doing, but he was my partner. So so I was, how can I put it? On some level, the way the law works, if you know something, you're supposed to tell, or you're just as guilty as the person doing it. But we all know that that's, some BS. But they use it, when they want to use it, right? They use it against you. And had it been a state case, I wouldn't have never did federal time. I wouldn't have never went into a camp. I would have literally had a slap on the wrist, and which definitely would have probably been a much more fair event. However, so much happened in those 11 months in that federal camp, and the people I met, the mentoring I had, even down to the job I had at the camp, because I ended up my roommate, it's a long story, but the short story is, she's like, Khadijah, I'm going to get a job up at the kitchen. I never wanted to do nothing in the kitchen, right? I was like, she said, yeah, I'm a mop and buff the floors. And I was like, you want to mop? And remember, she's a fly girl like me, right? I'm like, you want to mop and buff? She said, girl, listen, we go to work at 5 o'clock in the morning, and we're there for maybe a couple hours. And then we come back, we get ready, we go to breakfast, which is cool. She said, then we got the whole day to ourselves. Because most people, if you ever know, been whatever, you go to work all day, like a job in jail, like, whatever, even though we were in a camp. So the cottage is empty, and you got the whole TV room, So then she said, and then we go back to work after dinner. Right. And we go and we all we do is the floors, right? We just sweep them and then mop them, and then you kind of buff, and then you kind of buff the entryway. So it looked like the whole thing is, because you don't really have to buff every day. Right. So I was like, and then you work like maybe another 2 or 3 hours. Right. But you there by yourself. There is no guard over you. Well, we didn't really have guards over us anyway. But some of the places where you work, there's people, it's more, people watching and around you. It was nobody but us, me and her. And so we got to talk and brainstorm and strategize. We used to have our little cassette players, our little CD players. I mean, with our music, when we were doing a little work, we didn't steal food, because that's what a lot of people in the kitchen do. They steal food. No. I ain't no petty thief. I've always said I'm not a thief at all. But if I'm gonna steal, there ain't gonna be no onions and green. I ain't doing that. I let somebody else do that. I pay you to do that. But anyway, the main point that I'm making, because I got all off topic, but okay, let me get back on topic. You really, 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 really want to be a part of the Black Millionaires Matrix if you're Black. You want to know the money game? You want to learn the integrity of the money? You want to learn the integrity of how to set up a business and win? I can't give all that game on the live. I just can't, And then if I do, what you gonna pay for? Like, real talk. It's almost like I've learned so much. It's so much I did wrong. It's so much I didn't know how to do. I'm still learning. I gotta share this. I was in a clubhouse last night with billionaires, people who fund. It was just blowing my mind. If y'all, I don't know if you guys know, I told the story. I'm in a real estate deal right now. We needed 688 million. Now we need 7.5 million. Oh my God. It's like, you talk about game changing. Anyway, I've got a couple different people who can come up with that part, and it's such a power play for the person who comes up with it. So if you know somebody, if you want to be a part of it, hey, that's on the table. I can send you the proposal. It is amazing. But I really want to have a platform where we're engineering millionaires. So when we come up with stuff like this, we don't have to like go through everything we went through and deal with other people who don't look like us, even though there was some people who do look like us who are part of this platform. But I want us to be able to make those types of money moves. I want us to be able to like really, really, really play at a higher level and continue to grow to a higher level. And you do that by building a community. So you go to getradicalready.com and you be a part of the community. That gives you access to the VIP list, and then from there you get emails, and then you're invited in eventually. Because I'm like, this ain't for everybody. It ain't for everybody. It's just not. And at the end of the day, I get to pick and choose, get to come into my community. But you first have to raise your hand. And most of the people who raise their hand, we're going to say yes to, because you're like, at the end of the day, we can kick you out. But we know that you have the desire, the goals, you want something bigger and better. And I just really think about when I was younger and I was on the struggle bus of life, there was no community. We didn't have the internet where, it's a lot of Facebook groups. It's a lot of, oh my God, there's some amazing thought leaders, change agents, coaches, mentors that you can get to, So if there's something you want to do and you're not doing it, that's on you. In 2021, are you serious? I don't know what Biden just did with some money that he's giving for entrepreneurs. I don't even know, but I need to go do some research. But I do have a team that deal with that type of stuff. But I'm so excited just to know that there's money that they're giving out for entrepreneurs and business owners. Don't know what it is. I can't speak on it, but I'm going to look into it. But even without that, you don't even need it. You don't even need a loan. It's kind of like I'm looking at the last 3 years of my life and I'm going, if I had structured my life a little bit differently, the trajectory that I would be on would be a lot different. However, I can start with today, moving forward 3 years from today. How many millionaires would I have made? How many people would I have served? Because before it was kind of like, people ain't ready for me. I just kind of like doing my own thing. People ain't ready. Black people don't support Black people. All of the stuff you grow up hearing. Black people, you can't trust Black people. Black people don't want to do nothing. Black people lazy. That ain't the conversation. That's not. Sorry, guys. I know I got on here and I started rambling a little bit, but it was because I was just telling my assistant, I need my people to join the Black Millionaires Matrix so that they can get access to the information, so that they can have the integrity and the business that they need, so they don't end up like me having a felony. And if you have a felony, you don't get another one because you do things a little bit differently. And there's always a chance, or things can happen because you can't control everybody who's around you. You can't. It's like for me, I'm like, let me put together my own scenario so I can be the head, so that I can control. Like that way, if something happens, it's on me. Because sometimes you're part of somebody else's circle and then they do something stupid, then you like, did you get a phone call? You like, they did what? Huh? We talked about what? Oh, wait a minute. You don't want to have that in your life. You want to have people around you who are playing the game at the highest level so everybody can win. And I'm gonna just leave you with that. And again, if there's something I said, or even through my rambling and my, whatever, just share. Share. If you can like, love, heart, or whatever, let's do the damn thing. 2020 is coming up. 2022, I'm sorry. 2022. Oh my God. I think that's the first time I actually said that. That's triple twos. Oh, it's gonna be an amazing year. Y'all know what triple twos mean? I don't either. You guys know? I just know that when there's triple numbers, it's always something like pretty powerful. I know triple ones mean triple fours. Like I look at triple twos. All right, guys. So thank you so much for being here. Just remember, if you want to take your level to the next life, I'm coaching to the next level. You want to take your life to the next level? I'm Coach Winisa, your radical wealth building strategist, and I'm here for you. I'm standing for you. And my goal inside the Black Millionaires Matrix is to engineer 1 million Black millionaires. And no matter where I'm in the world, no matter where I'm at in the world, I can do this. It doesn't matter where I'm at in the world. It doesn't matter because we've already started the process. We've already started connecting the dots, and it just doesn't matter. And I did it like that because one day I won't be here. One day, I know people say, you can live forever. In this physical body, it won't be here. Now I may come back and be something else. I don't know, but this mission will prevail. And it's like the homeboy says, the marathon is a continuation. Yeah, this is a continuation of the marathon. It's a continuation. All right, guys, gotta go. Peace, love, and light. Bye bye. I'm trying to end my broadcast on Facebook, and I'm like, I was trying to do that in case I